right, let's see. Hopefully this tests out a little better talking than yesterday when I had it clipped to my jacket. But if it's working out, the plan is head to Nelsonville first, where we'll pick up part of section 4 and part of section 5 on the goat, assuming it's not too muddy. If it's not, we'll do 100 and some miles of that, and then we will end in Marietta, then go up to Parkersburg, then north on the triple nickel all the way to Zanesville, and then probably just hop on the freeway, head back home. If it's too muddy, Nick, the guy I'm riding with, we talked about doing some of the windy 9, but we'll see. Kind of nervous about the goat, because this BMW 1250 GS is somewhat new to me. It's a big, heavy bike. I am on the shorter side, 5'8", 30-inch inseam. So pavement's fine. Pavement's super easy, but off-road could be a little more challenging. I just put a Sargent low version seat on here. So that actually makes it a little more difficult to reach, which is it's not an issue on pavement, but anything slightly technical or off balance could be an issue. All right, guys, we had some food at McDonald's real quick and going with old Nick. Road closed, high water. That is not surprising. Well, looks like we'll have to find max fine $2,000. What? That's crazy. Let's stop and see what he wants to do here. All right, well, I guess you'll have that. We had a bunch of rain. Well, I guess they had a bunch of rain last night, yesterday. More than we got. We got just scattered storms. But we've seen it. As soon as we started coming into Nelsonville here, it's been flooded yards, flooded parks. So they obviously got a ton more water than we did. So we will turn around, go back into Nelsonville, and try to pick it up a little, the trail up a little northeast of here. Anyway, the Sargent seat, low. I think I already said I had about 70 some miles on it today. I had, I don't know, probably 20 on it the last couple days. Immediately noticed it's a lot firmer than the OEM low seat. And this is the Sargent low. I have a 30-inch inseam, so that's why I keep going with trying out the lows. Immediately noticed the reach to the ground is less. It's harder to touch. I know the guy told me at Sargent the seat narrowness in the front is the exact same as the OEM seat, which looks to be true. It's just, I think I got to learn to either scoot forward as I come to a stop, like on more technical stuff, or just deal with it, because right now I'm not scooting forward really, and when I come to a stop on like tarmac here, it I notice a difference. I can't touch as easy, but I do like the initial impression is it is firm, but I do like the more real estate, the wider seat. I don't feel like I'm sitting on the edges as much. The OEM low seat is squishier. If you were to just sit on each one for a minute, you would think the OEM is the better way to go because it's a lot softer foam, which the guy at Sargent said that is exactly why it's uncomfortable hours into a trip, because it's so soft. So we'll see. The guy was great at Sargent. He, reiterated that it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. As long as you're not trashing the seat, taking it mudding anywhere, doing anything crazy, he'll take it back if it doesn't work out. So that was the ultimate thing that pushed me over the edge to go ahead and buy it, because frankly, I've been a little hesitant because none of these seats are cheap. Every one is north of $400, closer to $500 after tax. All right, more gravel. I didn't turn it on quick enough for a nice little uphill, heavy gravel area. It was so short though, it wasn't difficult to go through. Talk about shaded. Man, this is pretty cool. How nice is this? Shaded. Oh, do I go straight? I hope I go straight. So already I've probably done, I don't know, 20-30 minutes total of gravel, and I'm already feeling better. Just a little more relaxed. Until you go over a hill you can't see over. So this is what I need to do more of. Just force myself. Go find gravel. Get a little more used to it. This is a pretty steep turn. Could go straight here. Looks like we go straight. Some nice little downhill slopes here, on turns, gotta love that. I'm just gonna take it easy. I mean, I'm still doing 20 down the hill. It's not terrible. This shade's a nice little break though. Just gotta watch these turns. Yeah, this area is pretty well flooded. They're great. The roads are great so far. A nice gentleman. Sometimes I'm sure these guys are like, would you please not drive down my road? They're so used to the quiet. I would imagine, especially since this is on the official Great Ohio Adventure Trail route, they probably see their fair share of bikes. I don't know. Looks like a tree went down. I mean, this is what I came up here for. This type of riding. Nick is right with me though. I'm not saying I'm good, but I don't think he's ridden a lot of gravel either. He put some music on. Oops. This is a really well-maintained road right here. And when they say this is beginner to intermediate, I'd say all this is beginner. I mean, I feel fairly comfortable on everything I've seen so far, which was a little bit of Section 4. Now we're on some of Section 5 going through, we just passed through Wildcat Hollow. I don't know if that's a state park or what that is. See, I spoke too soon. A little deeper gravel, like on skates. Whoa, come on. That's what I'm talking about. See, ride right. If I wouldn't have been on the right, if I would have been in the middle of the left, I would have been struggling to get over in time for that white car driving like an a-hole. Let's take a look at this. I'm sitting. I want to be able to put my feet down if I have to.
When I get across, I'm going to video you.
I got video here going too.
I'm going to go down for sure.
Yeah, boy. All right, so Sargent C, we left at 8:30, well, 8 this morning. It's 1 o'clock, so we got 5 hours under our belt, minus about 20 minutes at McDonald's. So we're looking at 4.5 hours. I've been seated 99.7% of the time. I do feel on the two butt bones, I do feel some areas there that are getting sore now, but it's not like my OEM low seat where I would have been squirming by now to find different positions. Or stop the stand or whatever. So initial 4.5 hours in of seat time, I think it is probably going to be a winner, especially since people are saying, you know, it takes a break in, it takes a break in. I don't know that it does. They tell me it doesn't. But everyone swears it gets better over time, whether that's because it gets broken in or our butts just adjust to it and do better with it. So I don't know. So far, I think it's going to be a winner. It's early, but usually I'm hurting more by this time. So we'll see.